record to the computer. Okay, guys. Hello, everybody. It's D Washington, known as Supermom D, and I wanted to bring you guys on board today to talk about the rise of Webtalk and the new social media platform that is going to dominate what we call social media itself. And I'm going to let Teacher Andy take it away, and we're going to begin this presentation today. So, Teacher Andy, go for it.
All right. Well, the reason that we're on is Dee wanted to ask some questions. See, Dee has been around in Webtalk for quite a while now, but some of the things were taking a little bit of time, and so everyone has to do what they are working on and what they want to do. And so the reason that Dee, we were talking and stuff, and she said, hey, I've got some questions and I've got some things that I want to get caught up on. And so I know a lot of people here are have probably heard me explain Webtalk numerous times, kind of know what's going on, but there are some things that are coming up and things that you might not know right now. And so what I think we'll do is, Dee, I'm going to have you just ask me the questions that you're concerned about, and then if anybody else wants to ask questions, they can answer too, or they can ask questions too, and I can answer them. What I would like to do right before all of this, just to kind of make sure that everybody is kind of knows what's going on. First of all, what we are talking about Webtalk, and I think that most people on here are either teacher or student, but I do want to talk to the people that Dee is involved with, which is more of the business side of what Webtalk can do. So real quickly, I mean, in a nutshell, basically Webtalk is the idea of taking social media, and instead of supporting one or two people on top making billions of dollars a month, Webtalk, the CEO of Webtalk, has created a social media site that's going to pay every single one of its users. So there's a couple ways to do that. There's a couple ways to earn revenue with this particular site. What we're going to talk about more tonight, which is the next level that's coming out right now, is ad revenue. So first of all, to join Webtalk, all you have to do is join Webtalk using a link that someone gives you. That's it. It's free. When you join for free, basically what Webtalk is going to do is whoever uses your link to sign up for Webtalk, that level is your first level. In that level, anything that they do, which is like interactions, purchasing, doing different things. There's many different things, but right now the ad revenue is what we're going to talk about. But that's like the next. Anybody who signs up using your link on that first level, they generate revenue. They'll generate points for what they're doing in Webtalk. Those points will be turned into revenue at the end of the month. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But every single person that signs up for Webtalk is eligible to make something. There's always going to be somebody making revenue from Webtalk. So the first level, which is that free level, level one, every single person makes money, some revenue based on what the company is doing. That level will pay out 10% of what the entire site makes per month, and that's for free. So that's everybody that signs up. Now the next part is pretty simple as well. If you decide that you want to pay $200 for their pro package, their pro package is for a year, so that's $200 for a year, not a month, an entire year. What that does is if you purchase that pro package, it opens up 5 levels of revenue, plus you get all the amenities and bells and whistles that will come as Webtalk keeps growing. You'll have access to that. Now, there's one more way to do this. If you don't pay money and someone signs up using your link and they decide to buy a pro package because they think it's cool, what that does is that opens their 5 levels and all the amenities for them, but it also opens up 5 levels for you. Now you don't get all the amenities and stuff and all the, access to every single thing that Webtalk has, but you do get the 5 levels. Now, what is the 5 levels? Well, first level is 10%, and every level is 10%, 5 levels deep. So, I kind of want to talk more in the world of what D is doing. If you think about the people that are involved in critter, doing mining and stuff like that. If you had a following, let's say of even 100 people, and you said, hey, you should get on Webtalk, we can make some money by revenue, all the interaction that we do. So interaction, traffic. What happens is if I post something, it's only like worth a point. But what happens is if someone likes it, that's 10 points. If someone comments, that's 20 points. If someone shares it, that's 30 points. So now if you think about every day when you post something on, let's say, Facebook, all kinds of people are going to talk to you about whatever product you're trying to sell. And every time that they like it, every time that they comment, every time that they share whatever you've done, they're generating points. All those points, if you're doing it for free, all the points on the first level that people generate go to you. Now, that same 100 people, if you were to pay for the pro package for the year, those 100 people, they're probably going to go tell someone. They're probably going to go and talk to people. And as they fill in those other levels, all of their interaction, all of their things that they do, they're going to generate points. If you have the 5 levels, all those points, 100% match of those points go to you. Now, what those points become is revenue. So the more things are going on, the more ads are seen, the more ads are clicked on, and that generates activity and revenue for the site. Now, in the beginning, it's probably not going to be very much. The value of a point is probably going to be very, very minimal. But as this starts going, and we've already seen it, okay, in the past days or so, when RJ finally he sent out a message and said, the ad revenues start tomorrow. Well, man, all kinds of people are jumping on now. They're backing it people in because it's finally at a point where this will generate revenue. Okay, so when you think about as a business or as a person that is promoting something, a lot of times what you do is you promote something, you put something out there, and I bet Dee will start shaking her head. Yes, she's going to put something up, say, okay, CFX, and 100 people talk about it, but maybe one person goes, you know what, I'm going to get involved with your business. So all that interaction, all that talking, all that explaining in Facebook, zero return. But now when she reacts, when she responds and people message her and she messages back and they like it, they share it, they're doing all this stuff, they're getting all this information, all that activity is now generating revenue. So in the future, and I don't think in the very far future, what's going to happen is people that are selling stuff or trying to promote stuff or do stuff on what the value of what they sell is going to be minimal compared to the value of the interaction and the speaking and the talking and the sharing and doing all that, because a lot of times people will post and everyone's, I'm so proud of you, I'm so glad you're doing such a great job. Buy the product. No, I'm just talking. Great. That's what we want. We want more interaction. That's fine. Now it doesn't matter how many people ask you a question about, this, that, or the other. It's going to generate revenue. And so when you think about people that might have, I don't know, 5,000 people that follow them, if all of them were on Facebook, yeah, there'd be no money being made by the interaction. But when those same people are involved in Webtalk, everything they do is going to start generating revenue. Now, there's some other things that are going to come along that are also going to create revenue. They have a travel portal. So when D decides that she's going to take another trip to, Singapore or Kuala Lumpur or whatever, if she starts doing it on Webtalk, that's generating some revenue, and that starts going to the different levels. Okay. There'll be a swag shop. There's going to be a marketplace. There's going to be, a couple different things that will be built within Webtalk that are all going to create revenue. Now, when we start thinking about revenue, most people don't even know it, but people in Facebook are worth about $3 to $5 a month. So when you think of 2 billion people, that's like $6-7 billion a month that Facebook is making. Now, is Webtalk going to make 6 billion in the first couple of months? Probably not. But if we think about it and we start seeing that all of a sudden, let's say 1 billion people decide to use Webtalk, that means 500 million people are going to be paying people at 5 levels. Now, here's the one thing that you need to understand. The 5 levels is only for the first 1 million people that either purchase a pro package or have someone that they signed up purchase a pro package. So at 1 million people, the 5 levels, done. So let's think about that. If I had 1 billion people on here on Webtalk working, 500 million of them are going paying 1 million people. That's massive.
That is massive.
And even if it was a penny, only they could generate a penny. Still massive. Now, so what's going to happen is, as people become more and more involved and start using the site, that value is going to increase. And so even if you made $5 in a month, that's $5 more than Facebook gave you in the last 15, 20 years.
Exactly.
I mean, think about that. I mean, I've been on Facebook since it began, and I haven't made any money off of it. So what's going to happen is 10%. Let's just show how it works. If someone, well, I don't know where they're at in my 5 levels, decides to buy a pro package, as soon as they buy a pro package, 5 levels make $20. So $100 goes directly to Webtalk. It's like to me, it's like an investment. I invest in a company. They're trying to build, they're trying to create this, tons of things that they're going to put in. They need funding. So they say, okay, for the first 1 million people that pay the $200, 100 goes to Webtalk, 20, 20, 20, 20, all the way up 5 levels goes to the people that have purchased the pro package, or even the people that haven't purchased a pro package. If someone is directly underneath them that purchases that pro package, it goes to the next person. So that 10% is always getting paid out. And so it's actually pretty cool that already, when people pay for a pro package, boom, already people are making 20, 20, 20. And then, it'll kind of change, and there'll be like monthly options. So I don't know exact numbers on that, but I'm think that what it's going to be is if they purchase it in the 50% off, like 30 days, I think you have until it goes to full price, it'd be like $9 a month. $9 a month really isn't that much.
Right.
So,
right.
Or it'll be $20 a month if they wait and it goes to full price. So even if it's $20 a month and you get one person a month that buys a pro package, well, there you go. Now it's covered. But see, the thing is the way I look at it is, when we look at like ROI and we look at, how, let's say like even mining, if I put in $200 a month, I'm looking for, my 2 or 3%, whatever. I'm hoping that the mining works and and I get some people and there's some commissions, all that. But that's putting in $200 a month. This ROI is $200 for the year. And if you get, if you find, maybe even 10 people that decide to buy the pro package, now you have your $200 and you're covered, and it's already starting to be a return. When the
Exactly.
ad revenue starts, let's just say a guess that, every person, generates enough, you know, traffic and stuff like that, that maybe they make $5 in a month. Well, if you think about, I said 100 people joining WebTalk. Well, if 100 people are making $5 a month, that's $500 that you would make if you were just in one level. So all those 100 people, let's say they make $5 a month, now you're at 500. But all those people go out and say they get like 10 people. So now that's 1,000. And if they're all making $5 a month, that turns into a pretty sweet paycheck real fast. Now, do I think it's going to be $5 a month that people make right away? No, I do not. I really don't. I think that if you can generate enough to make even $1 a person in the beginning months, I would be impressed with that. But if you think about it, 100 people making $1 a month takes 2 months for you to get your money back and 10 months to make money just on $1.
Exactly. You could use that to leverage and rebuy the pro again for next year.
Well, yeah, and what's cool about it is, I think it's going to change here real quickly when they do the ad revenue. But right now, people who have purchased the pro package, the first million, RJ has said those people get grandfathered in and they don't pay ever again. They don't have to pay for the year,
Are
and
you
they get to keep it.
serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So that's a big
That's
deal. I mean,
powerful.
hey
And
man, it's the first million people. He's saying thank you.
we have
Number
not reached a million yet, correct?
No, the million have not been reached. I don't know how many people have purchased the pro package. He said that there would be a counter at some point, and that to me just shows that there's really not a lot of people that have purchased the pro package. But I think what's going to happen tomorrow is going to change a lot of minds real fast.
Yeah, I can see this is I'm speechless right now, because it's been something I've been missing out on, because I've been doing my other things, and to come back and listen to this is just I'm just completely speechless, and I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing to have this meeting with you so I can be eligible to understand and be able to tell people more about what's going on and what we got here, because this is
Well,
definitely
and the thing
powerful.
is you aren't coming here saying I want to figure this out and I'm going to buy a pro package maybe tomorrow. No, you saw an opportunity and said I'm
Right.
going to get the pro package. I'm going to actually get 2 pro packages so that
Exactly.
I'm good to go. And then I'm going to wait until there's a little bit more information. And I completely respect that, because I've done that with stuff. I'll hear some that something's good, but it's going to take a while. I'm in a company right now that I'm paying more than I did for WebTalk, and I'm just waiting for it to kind of get going and move on in the right direction, and that's okay.
Right.
The thing is we're not talking. I'm not talking to Dee, who doesn't have a clue. When Dee heard it, she said, "I like this idea. I just don't have the time to wait right now. I got things I got to do."
Yes.
And so don't, people that listen to this, some people will sit on the fence and wait until everyone figures it out. That wasn't exactly what you did.
Right. I took action. It didn't left. It came back.
Yeah, yeah. And so I feel like I want people to know that this isn't just, oh, I just decided to show up, and no, you knew that there was a value to this, and now you're at that point where it's like, okay, I have a bunch of people, you have a bunch of people that you've met and that you have
Right.
started kind of building this network with. Well, that network is probably going to be pretty massive, and if that network would just realize the value of what's going on in WebTalk and all those people get in, all of a sudden these 5 levels are going to be filling up fast.
Exactly.
Now here's
Exactly. I got a third one that's getting ready to come on board too, and
that's awesome.
I'm getting ready to purchase her pro package. She's an
Now see,
amazing woman.
and here's what's so cool about all of this is, let's say D signs up 3 people, no one else. Is she still going to be able to be successful? Yes. You know why? Because she's involved with our group, and our group is
Right.
worldwide. And there's going to be people interacting with her posts and her different things, which they already have. If Dee posts something, people from our group start talking and oh, you know, blah, blah. We're talking, we're interacting, we're sharing, we're doing all these different things. She doesn't know those people, but they're
Right.
generating revenue. They're going to be generating revenue in all of their interaction. So that's what's beautiful about this. If you look at like YouTube, you have to have thousands upon thousands of people to get just a little bit. You
Exactly.
only need one person in Webtalk. And if that person, let's say you know, that person just goes nuts and has, you know, 10,000 people, you know, some of these YouTubers, they have massive followings. Well, you put 10,000 people into your, you know, second or third level, those 10,000 people are going to tell someone.
Exactly.
And the thing
Somebody.
is what I tell people, and I truly believe this, what I tell people is I say, if you get one person, consider that 1,000 at some point. That's the way I feel about it. Because that person at some point is going to figure it out. And they're going to say, whether they're free or whether they paid for the pro package, they're going to say, you know, we have a guy that said to himself, I've got one level, it's free, I'm just going to go tell everyone. And he has probably 80, 90, almost 100 people probably by now on his first level.
Wow.
So now what he can do is just in that first level, 100 people, the revenue that he can generate by just the interaction with those people will be substantial in the future. Maybe not this first month, but in the future, very quickly.
Right. Right.
And I'll tell you something right now, D. Uh, RJ, the CEO, wrote by the end of 2020, many people that are in Webtalk that purchase Pro Package, have the 5 levels, that are working hard, will be able to make decisions on what they want to do in 2021. Decisions like,
Wow.
do I want to keep working? That's a pretty lofty goal. That's a pretty big statement for someone to say, just wait until the end of 2020.
Yes, that is a pretty big statement. And RJ gonna do what he got to do to make sure that seeks out. And I believe in him
Hey,
100%. And
yeah, I do. You know, I appreciate what he does. I appreciate his time that he takes to interact all the time on Web Talk, Facebook, and he has joined Zoom meetings. I mean, he is very involved. He knows a lot of what's going on, and there are different people in our group that he will get on their posts and answer and promote and do all kinds of things. This isn't some guy
wow.
that just, you know, oh, I'm making a website, so don't talk to me. No, he's very involved. And when
Wow.
I say he's involved, you know, sometimes you can say, oh, well, it's probably just someone, you know, typing up stuff for him. Maybe. But when he shows up to your Zoom and it's him showing you the app that's about to come out in April,
Yeah,
it's on.
it's on.
It's on.
So tell me a little bit more about the points and explain to me
Yeah.
about these points. What is these
So,
points for, that we're,
okay.
generating?
Yeah, so the ad rewards is very simple. It's a very simple concept. If you go to Facebook right now, anybody, and I'm talking not directly to UD, but like to the people that you are involved with, if they would go to Facebook and just in a day go look through and say, okay, I've posted 5 things today, and how many people responded to it? So if they liked it, 10 points. If they commented on it, 20 points. If they shared it, 30 points. Now, RJ has shown us a video of the calculator that's about to come out. I'm sure it'll be out tomorrow if they have everything done and blah blah blah, everything's working fine. We're going to see that calculator. But he was showing a preview of how the calculator works. Now, this was merely on a calculator. This was merely just suggestions. So do not misquote me, anyone, and say, oh, well, I know exactly how much it's worth. I don't. But on the calculator that he was doing, I've looked at the point value, and this is how it breaks down. It was 100,000 points is $10. So that turns into 0.0001 of a penny per point. Now, that was just to show us. So please don't quote me on this as truth, but that's what was on the video. So I'm going to give you that kind of idea. You know, it could be little or more or less, I don't know. But if you think about it, so 100,000 points is $10.
Right.
0.001 of a penny per point. Now, we broke it down a little bit. To get 100,000 points, you have to have, well, I call it activity. One activity. And one activity is a like, a comment, and a share.
Right.
That's 60 points. Okay? Now, you're probably not going to get someone to like, comment, and share every single thing, but let's just estimate. 1,666 times of that activity has to be done to create 100,000 points.
Wow. Okay.
So if you think of 100 people 16 times a day, they would have to do an activity on something that you posted. So so to figure it out, think about this. Just guess, T. The last post you put on Facebook, how many people responded? Just a guess.
About 10, 12, maybe more.
Okay, so 10 or 12 people. So let's say 10 people, they liked, they posted, and they shared or whatever. So that's 60 points. That's 600 points just in one post.
Wow.
Now, here's the kicker. You have 5 levels. So if all those people in Facebook, they all had friends, and they shared it with their friends, and then they shared it with their friends, and they shared it with their friends, 5 levels deep, all those points still go to you.
Wow.
So people you don't even know are going to be commenting, liking, sharing your information, and building points in those 5 levels. So let's say the 100 people generated 600 points in one post, and you did 5 posts in a day. That's 30,000 points. So in 3 days, you have $10.
Right.
Okay.
So these points generate income.
So what he was explaining is that every time that someone clicks and posts and shares and does all this and clicks on an ad, whatever, that is being recorded. And as that value grows of points, so does the amount of revenue that's going to go into what he calls the pie at the end of the month. And depending on how many points you have is how big of a slice of pie you're going to get every month based on the points.
Wow. That's powerful.
So let's say once again, those 6 people made, what do we say, 6,000 points. Let's say they made like, I don't know, let's say they made 30,000 points in a day or two. So in 4 days you hit 100,000 points, and that's $10. Well, let's say all those people, and this is the part that's going to blow people's minds. All 100 of those people in 3 days, they all made $5 or $10, right? Let's just say. So those 10 people times $10 in 3 days is how much? 1,000, right?
Right.
Guess who else gets 1,000?
Wow.
You. Because they're in your 5 levels. Or if you did it for free, if those 100 that were at the top, on your first level with your link, let's just say it's those 100. That would all go to you too, because they're on your first level, even if you did it for free. So now you're joining a site, you're doing stuff for free, and you're making, let's say, $1,000 every 4 or 5 days. Now, is that going to happen on month one? No, not at all. Do not quote me on that. That is not going to happen. I don't believe it will happen like that. But I think that making $10 in a month or $5 in a month, I think that could work. I think the value would get it to that. So let's just say that same 100 makes only 300 or $3 in an entire month. Well, 100 people making $3, $300. All of them are directly underneath you. That's 300 to you. But then they generated all that, so you might have made, $10 or $20, so $320. Not a big deal, but you already paid for your yearly subscription.
Okay.
So you've already surpassed the money that you put in.
Exactly. This is powerful. Definitely.
Yeah. So when you start thinking about it, like this is what I start looking at is, let's say there's 4 million people right now. About 4 million people are using Webtalk. I would say probably 4 million now that they did ad rewards, a bunch of people jumped on. Let's say 4 million people are involved. And not all of them are active right now, but let's just say out of the 4 million, 2 million of them, 2 million people made $1. Okay, so that's
Okay.
$2 million that's going to be spread out amongst 1 million people. Well, that's not very much,
Right.
but that's fine. The thing is yeah, it's spread out amongst 1 million people, but let's say you have 5,000 people in your 5 levels. Well, now that $1 per person is going to each one of those people, and you get it too, because they're in your 5 levels.
Right. I
So
see.
what's great about this is the value can still be minimal in a month, minimal, and people are still going to be doing pretty well. And the thing is like I know you know some YouTubers. I know you know some
Of
big people
course.
that are in the crypto world. And if you can, if those people can just stop and think and go, all the work that I put into trying to explain crypto to crazy people that don't get it, that don't seem to understand, that I just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, all that is revenue. And that's
Yeah.
just one piece of Webtalk
And
is the ad
we
revenue.
got some people over there in crypto. We got Frank
Yeah.
Calabro. We got Queen Wiki. She just opened her eyes a little bit, said, now I need to get over here on Webtalk. So, she had
Yep.
she had started it and went off and doing her thing, and she's starting to come back too on Webtalk. So, and then the other girls I got, they're getting ready to come on board. So they're waking up.
Now, here's the thing that I would like for you to, make sure that the people that are coming in that want to promote stuff, and this is something that Teacher Tim talks about all the time, something that, that I think is very true. No money needed to do any of this.
Exactly.
You don't need money to get in Webtalk. Now, when someone gets in, and you guys are probably going to start doing, hey, you know what? We're going to do a class on crypto, because you've talked about that. You've wanted to do that. That's great.
Exactly.
So what you're going to do is the philosophy that I think that you need to present to the people that you talk to is, look, we aren't going to be on Webtalk saying, give us money. What we're going to do is get on Webtalk and give information. And as the people start generating revenue and they start saving that revenue, when they get to a certain point, if they choose, now they go, okay, you know what? I made some money on Webtalk. I'm going to put it into this mining, or I'm going to put it into this, place to, hodl for, for a few months or whatever, because they're still not
Diversification.
spending money to do that.
Exactly.
But here's the thing that all those people also need to understand, D, is that it doesn't matter if people buy your product as long as you're talking and interacting. And when you come to our group, people are going to be talking and interacting about it, and they might not even care about purchasing. anything or being part of your company. It doesn't matter.
It
They're
doesn't
generating
matter.
revenue so
Yes,
that you can put your money wherever you want to do in whatever crypto thing that you're doing.
exactly.
So understand that's what's the beauty of this is people, I truly believe this, that people are going to make way more money just talking about their product than selling their product.
Right. Talking, yeah, talking about it, definitely.
You know. So what other questions do you
There,
have?
you completely answered all my questions. You know, you
Okay.
caught me up, you gave me up to date information, but
Yeah.
there's some people in the chat that might are commenting, so I'm gonna go and check
Oh,
it.
okay. Yeah, let me
And
look real fast.
okay, I see teacher Tim, he says great. Somebody said, one of the teachers says,
Okay.
sorry guys, I'm
Yeah.
going to leave because I'm busy. Okay.
So
Um,
let me see here.
okay, yeah.
I think Scott is on, and I don't know if he is busy or not. I think that's Scott Gerard. I don't know. I told him that he should join this. If it is Scott, if you happen to oh, okay, sweet. Would you mind getting on and, kind of talking to us a little bit if you want? Because if you want, I'm gonna quickly explain what's kind of happening, what's supposed to happen tomorrow. I want to explain it a little bit, but for people that are on this, the reason I want Scott to talk even for 2 minutes, I don't care. This guy, you better get on his YouTube. You better listen to what he says on Webtalk and listen to what he's telling you all to do, because it is genius what he's come up with as far
Scott,
as
post the link in the YouTube.
yeah. Scott, post your YouTube
Yeah,
link,
post the YouTube link in the group so we can
be,
have it.
because everyone should, that especially people that are on this, he knows what he's talking about as far as how to make web talk blow up for you.
Okay.
One of the things that you should do, that he's talked about, is start coming up with some hashtags for your different companies that you're talking about, because what's going to
Okay.
happen is we are the first to be in Web Talk. So think about
Right.
Facebook. If you were the first person to create a hashtag about your business in Facebook, every time someone would punch that in, you would be the first name to come up.
All right. Yeah, that's cool.
So now you're in
Amazing.
Web Talk, and that's where you're at. So
Wow.
please look at his uh yeah, I mean
He
he
said you would be
basically
coming up with crypto. He said you would be coming up with anything crypto if you dominate it now. Okay.
yeah,
He definitely sent that YouTube video. And I'm
yeah,
definitely going to check that out, Scott. And it's very nice
yeah,
to meet you.
yeah. So that's a big deal. So what's happening tomorrow, D, is and this is for people that are listening, it's people for everyone. um I never say something's 100%. I never do, because I don't want to lie to people.
Exactly.
I don't want to
Exactly.
be misquoted. But but from what everything's been said, from how everything's been working, because this is still in beta, is the ad rewards will be ready to go tomorrow. And starting tomorrow, people will start seeing how their points are generated every single day. And if that is not one of the most exciting things I've heard in 3 years,
That's exciting.
I don't know what is. Yeah, it's real exciting. And the thing is what's cool about it is when we see how many points are generated in a day, I think it's going to blow people's minds, that we use social media this much. I think that's what's going to surprise people, is they're going to go, wow, I didn't realize how much time I spend putting information on social media. And we've got a pretty good group of people that are now just using web talk all the time. But for people who are still kind of stuck in Facebook land, you need to look at your posts and look at the responses and just kind of guess. You don't have to count up every single thing, but just guess. Go, okay, someone liked, comment, oh, they shared, cool, 60 points, 50 points, 60, and just kind of add that up for just maybe one post and go, well, this is how many points I have. If I had that many points in Web Talk, well, how much would that be worth? A penny, 2 pennies, three? Doesn't matter. It's still more than what you're getting anywhere else. And what's really cool is, this is for the people that you'll show this to, D, is on Web Talk. If you make a post, you can link your Web Talk to Slack, um, to
Yeah, I
sorry,
realized that.
Facebook. Yes, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and
Right.
Instagram is coming soon. So what you do is you make one post in Web Talk, you
And
hit
it'll
the
go to
5 buttons,
all of them.
goes to all of them, and when someone else sees it, like on Facebook, and they click on it, your link is embedded, and it sends them directly to Web Talk, and they sign up, and now they're involved.
Wow.
And they
It's
do.
already powerful. Yeah, I already tried it, and I linked it. I linked my accounts in LinkedIn, and then I just seen Slacks on there, and I was like,
Yep.
well, wow, I got to get my Slacks account up here and running and everything,
Mm-hmm.
because I haven't
Mm-hmm.
dealt with Slack in like maybe a year or so when I started that.
I I don't even know what Slack is.
Yeah. So I have a Slack account too. So that's powerful. I
Mm.
was like, wow, they even got Slack on here now. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
Instagram is coming soon, so that's a pretty big deal. But yeah, so that's the thing is, and what's very interesting is, right now it seems like there's a lot of businesses and there's a lot of, scammers or whatever that are getting on. This is going to be a very, very what am I trying to say? Regulated site. At some
right.
point, there will be face recognition. The thing that's really cool is you have to be a real person to get paid. So you have to link
Exactly.
to a real account. You have to
So
have a real ID to do that.
so
So
that's gonna
everyone
be
that's on here,
KYC, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So right now, there's some people that haven't been, have been able to get in that aren't, I don't think are the right people. But what's great, send a message to RJ with the profile link and say, hey, this person I know is a scammer or this person is not legit, and they'll send you a message back and be like, oh, by the way, they're out.
Okay.
um, it's
Good. That's
pretty
good.
regulated, and that's something that's really cool. Is I think as it grows, it's going to become more regulated, and I think, quite honestly, that's going to be very helpful for those who are in legitimate crypto companies.
Exactly.
And here's another thing for you crypto people, and I know I've talked to you a little bit about it, Deep, but it's coming. Web Talk coins are coming. And
Woo!
he's already talked about the fact that you will be able to pay within the site itself with Web Talk coins from person
Okay.
to person for sure. What I'm hoping and what I think is going to happen, because I just like to, be wishful, but what I believe is like the travel portal, the marketplace, everything is all going to be, you can use Web Talk crypto to purchase all those things. And if we keep it in the site itself, do you know how quickly the value of that coin is going to grow?
Yeah, that's powerful.
It's going to be nuts. And if
Yeah.
they don't,
So
if
he's
I
already
feel like
working
if they
on that
don't put it,
strategy.
yeah. And so, well, and this is what I said to Tim as well. I said, look, I said, when people start generating revenue, there needs to be something that they do. And 10% of whatever they make in a month, they need to set that aside. And when the currency goes on sale, when they say, okay, all the people can, all the web talkers can purchase, web talk coin for, 0.00001 or whatever they're going to throw at you, you better purchase a bunch.
Right.
I
Right.
think the value is going to grow real fast.
Yes.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you, but you sound faded. You just kind of faded out a little bit.
Uh-oh. Is that better?
A lot of echo, but
No.
it's okay.
I'll,
Teach.
I'll leave and come back.
Okay.
See if that works.
Okay, everybody. Teacher Tim, you got something to say? Your mic is okay. There you go.
Hey, Super Mom D, there you are. Well done listening to Teacher Andy, everyone. This is
Yes.
very powerful. RJ just gave an update inside your web talk a couple minutes ago. Tomorrow is the launch. He is explaining
Ooh,
to everybody there's going to be a lot of bugs. Please report them. And again, in detail, just like RJ is. He is giving in detail an update 10 minutes ago, and then 8 minutes ago inside Fading Facebook. He's sharing it first there in Web Talk. It's very key. Asking Scott Gerard for his YouTube channel. Beautiful, Supermom D. Web
wow.
Talkers already know that they go into Web Talk and we see it there. We engage in Web Talk. And Supermom D, as you begin this interactive class, because it is a class,
Yes.
you don't know the comments coming from Thailand privately. Oh
All
no,
right.
you don't know. You guys don't know all the comments coming to Teacher Tim privately, do you? Okay,
No.
let me just share with you this. At Supermom D, because you created this interactive Zoom, a Web Talk interactive Zoom that Teacher Andy is excited about, well, over the past couple days, we promoted this for you in Web Talk and had 16 shares of this
Wow.
interactive Zoom link and the time. So you're not even yet engaged in Web Talk. You have no idea. 16 shares times 30, that's 500 engagement points just like that. And what did you
Wow.
do? You
Nothing.
smiled in an interactive Zoom right now. Oh,
Yes.
prepare yourself. You haven't seen anything yet. Teacher Andy, go, go, go. She just asked me to talk a little bit. I'm done.
Okay. Can
I
you hear me?
appreciate
Do I
you,
sound
Teacher
better?
Tim.
Do I
Yes,
sound better now?
you sound a
Okay.
whole lot better.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I don't know, sometimes my internet is silly. But yeah, D, I'm glad that we set this up. I just want everybody to know that D and I go back, I don't know, probably probably a year or so now, right?
Yeah, maybe pushing 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We've been involved in some different things, and I think that you know what I like about Dee is that she's going to go hard, and she's going to come pretty straightforward with what she does. My thing, and she knows I'll say this to anybody, whether it's web talk or crypto or anything. You know, everything is a risk.
Yes.
Everything is a choice of yours to make. But I think what's great about web talk is now we get to generate revenue and make decisions about things like crypto and be a little bit more risky because it's not going to be straight out of our pockets.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
And so, it makes it a little bit easier if, things go good or bad to say, it was a good run, but it didn't quite go, because I've been in some companies that, you know, it was a great run, and some of us were smart enough to take out enough money that we didn't lose money, and then other people put way too much money in thinking that it was the next big thing, and it didn't work out. And so I don't want people, and especially people with the innovative global English, we are not trying to sell people anything. We are not trying to make people do anything. This is merely facts. You make decisions after that. We have not told
Exactly.
anybody that they have to purchase a pro package. We have not told anybody that they have to do anything other than, join and get in and do, have free English lessons, and you don't have to pay any money. But that doesn't mean you don't do any work. That just means that you're going to interact, you're going to support, you're going to do whatever you can to make sure that these teachers get paid. And then in that process, you as learners, as other people, even as teachers, we're going to start seeing some things that are going to come out from different people that you know have, like D, have gone and seen and truly believe in what's going on. And you're going to hear about that, and she's going to explain it and talk about it and answer questions, just kind of like what we do with web talk all the time. Answer questions,
Exactly.
give you information, and you make a decision. It's
Right.
up to you. No one's going to force you to do anything. But what's awesome. Oh, hey, Scott, real quickly, do you want to say something real fast before you go? I really want you to just like either, say hello, I'm Scott, or, if you've got something that you want to tell us, I would really like that real quickly if you can. If you can't, it's all good. It's all good if you don't, but I would like to hear
He
from you.
says I get real bad on lives.
Well, you don't even have to show your face. We'll
Well,
see.
actually, it's not live. We're just recording. It's just a recorded call.
Just recording. No, actually, Scott messaged me and wants to do a Zoom on the 27th, and do like a question and answer kind of thing on the 27th at, I believe it's 5 p.m. that he wants to do it.
Eastern Standard.
Eastern time.
Okay.
So, Scott, if you don't really want to say anything right now, I know to say what. I would, if you want, you can introduce yourself. A lot of people see him on all of his YouTube videos and, his different groups on Webtalk and Facebook. And, I just think it's really cool that he showed up, just to even get on this, because I think that people need to listen to him. I would say
Yes, definitely. I would
that,
love to hear from him, and I would love to
yeah,
come
so,
on the
yeah,
on the 27th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to hear
yeah,
his message and the Q&A that he has to say.
yep, yep.
So,
Yeah,
is
you're
that meeting
exactly
already
right.
scheduled, or do you want me to schedule it?
No, it hasn't been scheduled. I'll talk to him and see what's up. He was working on Zoom. I probably will. Well, I'll talk to you, D, and we might use yours just because yours can go longer than the 40 minutes that my Zoom goes. So yeah, so we'll figure that out. We'll start
Okay.
posting that up here in a day or so.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Um,
so anybody got any more questions? Anybody want to unmute themselves, introduce themselves? You know, um, JD, you want to say something?
Hey, what's up,
Jesus,
guys? All right, what's up? No, I got everything clear so far, right? Hey, Mrs. D, this is JD from Colombia. Nice to meet you. I
Nice to meet
see
you
you got a
too.
lot of energy, which is I love it. Okay. I know. All right. I have already received a lot of answers since I have been involved with this for the last 2 or 3 months. So I got everything clear regarding web talk. Okay.
Okay,
And
great.
I'm here with my wife, and she doesn't want me to bother too much, so I'm quiet. Okay, you know how women are.
I know.
so Jesus is all right, Scott. Thanks for stopping by, and we're gonna set up that meeting for the 27th. Jesus, for most people on here, Jesus is teaching both English and Spanish lessons. Oh, okay. So Kat said, hold on real fast. I don't know who. Kat, give me 1 second. I'm going to come right back to you. So Jesus is teaching English and Spanish classes in the Innovative Global English group. An amazing teacher. Like he talks about energy. Dude's got energy, and it's real cool. And he, right now the classes are kind of small, but as we keep moving on and adding people and growing, those classes are going to grow really fast. So people that want to learn English. Terry and I are not very good at it, but we still get involved. And it's amazing that all the teachers from around the world that are starting to get involved with this and building this up. And my true hope is that everything. Okay. I hope that the revenue and the points show up, and they really start showing everybody that this really is a wonderful opportunity, and
Right.
that people finally get to see the result. Okay, so Kat, would you like to get on and talk, or do you just want to message?
Teacher Andy, you're frozen. Well, there you are. There you are.
Okay, Kat,
Okay.
you want a message? So Kat says, you know, I want to join up. I want to support a teacher. Who do I sign up with? Well, first of all, Kat, I don't know where you're from, but you said, Teacher Tim, where did you say from
Let
Thailand?
me, yeah, let me talk a little bit to Kate. She's in
Okay.
Thailand. A couple days ago, I met her in an interactive Zoom. She is signed up with an invitation from Teacher John.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay. So privately, as you guys were talking, and mostly Teacher Andy, she was privately messaging in the chat. Wow, this is beautiful. Is this really it? I just have to engage in Webtalk to have teachers earn and students learn for free? Exactly. And then what does she write? She writes, oh, well, Teacher Tim, KMUTT, the super engineers, they follow you. You're earning off of them. And again, this is where a lot of people they're gonna understand Teacher Tim is a true third party, a true third party. I'm not earning anything. And I share with her privately that my WebTalk account was already gifted, given, handed over to the university over a year ago. So she's like, wow, yes, it'll be revenue for the seniors, for the juniors, for their projects, whatever money they need, creating a true nonprofit organization. And again, this is an individual from Thailand listening to Teacher Andy. Oh, wow, this is kind of like a business meeting. Oh, yes, it is. Because the world is going to understand that teachers and students are the big participants right now. And what happens to students when they learn things and interact and they listen to Supermom D about crypto? They become their own business enterprise. And this is where humanity does not understand what this educational environment's about. This is not your four walls of 8 or 9 different subjects. Put me in, fall asleep over there, and wake up in 10 years, and you spit out the same facts. We are curing what humanity, went through in the 20th century and 19 years into this century, the 21st. If you want to be a part of it, beautiful. If you don't, you will join in a couple years from now because the majority of the world will be a part of it. Zero money needed. And what is that? Do you think Teacher Andy doesn't want to make any money? You think Supermom D doesn't want to make any money? You think Kate in Thailand doesn't want to make any money just because she learned for free? That's ridiculous. This is about making money. This is about a mindset and evolving a mindset of humanity and using this correctly. Imagine and create. So just to make it very clear, Teacher Tim is a true third party, a true nonprofit. I don't care about your money. But let me tell you, the world's throwing it at Teacher Tim. And Teacher Andy laughs because he knows what Teacher Tim is doing with the money. It's going right back out, zero risk for humanity, pro packages for Teacher Jesus, redirected from money given to Teacher John. Teacher John doesn't really understand at that point who he's unlocking. Teacher Andy knows, Teacher Tim knows. We're unlocking continents. We're unlocking countries. We're unlocking communities. Because Supermom D has a history with Teacher Tim from 2018. It's been 2 years since Teacher Andy and Supermom D have known each other, because in 2018, I had an interview with Supermom D on global stage of Facebook. And it was about her passion and compassion. It was her passion to help herself. And it was her compassion to help her family and community. She shared a dream, feel a humanity, to a true project-based teacher. It was only up to Teacher Tim to connect her to others that had the same vision. Done. That's it. You tell me who else is doing that in this world right now, and let me shake their hand. And I will go off, because after the 24 hours of this Musical Monday, Teacher Tim is finished. I don't care about tomorrow at all, because tomorrow is absolutely beautiful. It's humanity interacting just like right now, interacting and listening to an American high school teacher. His vision was simple. Let's support the global teachers of the world because they give always from right here.
Exactly.
Teacher Tim implemented, yes, Supermom D, and Teacher Tim implemented the other side of it. The other side is the students of the world. The majority don't have money to learn correctly, naturally. The cure is on, humanity. I'm going to stop again because when you get Teacher Tim talking, people are like, oh, Teacher Tim, he's a little bit too. He's a little bit. Yeah, oh, yeah, I am. Because you know what? You're going to need an energy like Teacher Tim in this car. Because you know what? Governments are going to come after. Prepare yourself. Teacher Tim will take the hits. Zero permission to enter the energy being unleashed. I'm out, guys. I'm out. Finished. I'm going to continue the show.
Powerful, powerful.
So
I
Kate,
love Teacher Tim.
oh yeah, hey,
That was the reason I joined this program and this project. This guy
Yep.
is out of his mind. I love
Yep.
him.
Yep. And the thing is the idea is when you stop and actually listen, it's not as crazy as it seems. It's what it should be. It's what education should be. It's what, it's what the world should be doing. And so that's, that was one of the main reasons why I think we connected so well when we first met was, it was like, wow, like I truly see that this guy has the same kind of vision and idea as I do. But now someone can, express it to the world, and that's awesome. I want to get back to Kate real fast though, before Teacher Tim went crazy. You said, how do I support a teacher? Well, very simple. What we're going to have is here soon, we're going to have a schedule, and that schedule is going to have all the teachers whenever they get on and do whatever class. You choose what teacher to go listen to in a Zoom. And when you get done with that, most teachers, they should post something either at the beginning of their class or at the end of their class on Webtalk. You go in, you connect with that teacher, you start interacting with that teacher, you start responding, you start sharing, you start liking, and that's how you support them. That's it. So when you wake up in the morning and you message 20 people on Facebook and you scroll through and do all that, that's support. But that's support of Zuckerberg. That's support of a few people on the top that are making tons of money. Change that idea, go to Webtalk, and support the people that are going to give you English lessons for free. They're going to give you crypto lessons for free. Going to give you information that you might not know. Go hang out with Teacher Toto, and she's going to give you all kinds of information. And it's going to be wonderful. You're going to learn from her. You're going to learn from all these teachers. Go hang out with Teacher Jesus, another energy guy. Go. You want to learn British, English? Go hang out with Teacher John. He knows what's up. So the support is very simple. Just talk on Facebook or on Webtalk. That's it. That's how you support any teacher that's in here. And that's how we're going to support every student that's in here. See, the thing is it's not just about teachers. There's a whole ecosystem that is going to be helping each other. The person that's right below me, Terry, she supports everybody. She doesn't care who it is. Yeah, Kate, Teacher John and Teacher Toto, great people to get involved with. Really good lessons. Just Toto is very good about having conversation. Another person is Super Z. Super Z is awesome. She just gets on and we talk about, music or movies or whatever, and everybody's learning new words all the time. Even Super Z doesn't know a word, so someone else has to look it up and then they figure it out. I mean, it's awesome. People are learning all the time and they don't even realize that through this conversation they're learning something, and it's incredible. And it's going to be more than English. Trust me, it is going to be way more than English when Domenico starts getting on from Italy, and he's going to start speaking Italian and English and wellness. You don't even know how many things you're going to learn. Terry is going to shake her head when I say this. She's been learning all kinds of stuff. She's been learning culture. She's been learning language. She's been learning interaction. She's been learning about stuff that she probably never had a clue about. Right, Terry? See, that's what this is about. This isn't about like, oh, it's just about the money. No, it's about connection. It's about learning. It's about creating a world that is connected. And we are growing that massively. And
Exactly.
It's awesome. It is awesome. Hey, Jesus, you had something to say? Or was that someone else?
No,
I
I'm
was
just
just going to say having fun
reports.
every second.
Oh, yeah. Terry, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, well, I'm having fun every second.
How cool is this? Like, really, like, how cool is it to be just connected and interacting with so many people? Terry, what do you tell us a little bit? You know, just say a little bit of what you've really enjoyed.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy all of it. I mean, meeting different people and hearing the different accents. And yeah, I just love every bit of it.
And you know what? You know what's funny, everybody? A month ago, Terry would have said, "I'm just listening." Think about
Got it
that.
out that
That's
way.
powerful. That's
Think
very
about that.
powerful. You know,
Because everybody's going to be doing that. Everyone says it. They get on and they say, "Oh, I'm just listening." Okay, cool. That's all you got to do. You don't have to do anything. No one's going to force you to do anything. Just listen. All the people that are on here right now, they're just listening. And they're learning. Anybody else?
questions.
Guys, my wife is about to kill me. I have to take care of her, guys. I'm gonna see you next time. Let me know to Webtalk the next meeting, okay?
All right, 27.
She's about
Okay.
to get mad. You know how women are. Women are, you know them.
That's hilarious. Martin, hey, actually, you know what? Martin, I don't think you know D, and I don't know if you can talk for a little bit, but I would really like you to get on and just talk a little bit about like Webtalk, more business related, because she's going to be talking to a lot of people that have like the business mind. And if you can talk for a second and just kind of tell her what's been going on, that would be awesome. Martin is you know, he's not connected to anybody that is in Innovative Global English, but he's connected as far as has started interacting and joining classes and different things like that. And you know, what he has to say about how this group is and how Webtalk overall is pretty powerful stuff. So let's see if he happens. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
I know.
He's
I
over
know.
here.
Hi,
Martin wants to
Hi,
talk.
Queenie. How are you doing?
Hi,
Pleasure to
Martin.
meet
How
you.
you doing? It's nice to
I
meet
think-
you too as well.
Yes. The best thing I could say is that I've come into this group here. I'm not a teacher, but I came into this group because I see the support that it gives each and every one. I mean, what we have, like, we've been talking like over an hour, I'm sure, and we have like, how many people? I don't know, like 13 people still here. I mean, I've been to other Zooms that other leaders have, and they don't have this kind of connection going on. I mean, Terry is always in these Zooms. Of course, Teacher Tim, and he's always supporting us. I was more into the marketing side, getting people involved through like links and trying to promote. And these teachers have taught me the interaction is the key to growing Webtalk. Webtalk is a mindset, and we have to come from the mindset of sharing conversations, sharing support. Because even the pointers, I didn't know they were going to do the ad with just liking and well, not smiley face and loving and sharing. I didn't know that alone is volume. Now, you being in the crypto side of things, I don't know if people may not know this, but the Brave browser, have you heard of that one?
Yes, yes. I have the Brave browser.
Excellent. So we get crypto for using the Brave browser, correct?
Yes.
And it's a lot, and it's a faster browser.
Sure
and,
is.
Right, and it's cleaner, no ads and so forth. So just look at this platform as the new Brave browser for interacting with people. No one else has this system. No one else has just a mere fact, you can post here and go into different social media. I mean, you pay for that for some, like Hootsuite and so forth. You have to pay for that in some other places.
Right.
And they're going to have the CRM as well. My gosh, everybody who has a business is going to need this platform. The teachers come here and they share their vision, and we all get together and we just interact with each other, just liking, talking, and I'm getting most of my points from teachers, not from the people from crypto or anything like that, from teachers,
right.
People from Vietnam and so forth. I'm not even connected with these people. Terry's always liking it. Terry, every morning, I'm going to get a good morning from Terry. And Terry and we're not connected as business partners, So, I mean, it's just amazing. This is going to revolutionize the way we even interact as human beings, guaranteed. Just a matter of fact, I'm talking to you tonight, and I feel connected to you more than anybody else. Me posting a post someplace, and I'm going to another Facebook group and putting my link someplace. I mean, I'm connected to you now.
Right.
In fact, I sent a friend request already. Boom.
I love your energy, and I appreciate you coming on board and talking, because
absolutely.
You have the right mindset.
We're gonna connect.
Yes, a connection, and that's what we like. We like to be around people who are like-minded, no matter what they're doing, but they're always providing some kind of value, and that's the key. Whether it's teaching English, whether it's teaching Spanish, the value is what I love to hear about different people. And and Terry, she explained very well. She likes talking to people. She likes hearing other people. When I travel, I feel the same way. There's so many different accents out here that I really enjoyed. When I traveled, it renewed my mind, so it was like, wow. We talked on business. We talked on just personal, everything didn't have to be about business. We just talked, we engaged with each other. We became best friends, and that's what I love, and that's what I see about each and every one of you guys. We're all friends, and we're all family. We come together, and that's powerful.
Yes, it is.
Saying, Tim said travel renewed her mind. Oh man, travel does amazing things for you. It really does.
Yes.
And the travel portal is going to be a part of Webtalk, and I feel like we are going to not manipulate, but we are going to make that thing function for us really, really well.
Yeah, I agree. So the travel portal. Okay, so that before we close out, I know that some of you guys probably have to go, but I mean, I would love to stay on here all night, but hey, but explain a little bit more about the travel portal on the Webtalk side. So that,
Yeah, so the travel portal is very simple. It's they partnered with Priceline. They have said that Priceline and Webtalk will give you the best deal. If you can find a better deal somewhere else, they will refund that 100% guaranteed. So what's cool about that is, whether you like Priceline or not, use it in Webtalk, and you're going to get refunded if you find something better anyway. So that's pretty simple. So then what's going to happen is, every time that someone does something like a flight or hotel or whatever, there'll be booking fees. The booking fees are what will go into the pool, basically. So every time someone books something, you won't get like 10% of what someone paid for a flight. You would get the booking fee put into a pool, and then that gets paid out 10% each level. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes complete sense. So,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know, I deal with cheapo flights, you know, and I
Mhm.
definitely would like to try, you know, comparing the prices from
Yep.
cheapo flights to
Yep.
there. So I will check
Yep.
into that more. So thanks for
But see,
explaining
and
that.
here's the thing though, that I think that, you know, once again, it's a matter of time. Is quite honestly, whether it's cheaper or not, it's still helping everybody that's involved. So when things start growing and you kind of see like, okay, you know, if 1,000 people book a hotel and a flight, and let's say that booking fee is, you know, $2, I mean, that's right there. That's like $2,000 or whatever that gets put into, you know, the pool, and now 10%, you know, goes level to level to level. If you think about 1 million people using it, or 3 million people using it, I mean, think about all the people that use Expedia every day. I mean,
Exactly.
it's a ton
Everybody
of people.
travels every single day. There's not a
Everybody's
missed
traveling
flight.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can say, okay, hey, um, and this is what I would do. We have a member of our group that is a travel agent. If I was a travel agent, I would say, come into my travel agency and be like, there's only one place that I'm going to look for flights. That's Webtalk. And you know, every person that comes in, she's gonna, you know, she should direct to become a, you know, to sign up for Webtalk, and then get those, use the travel portal. Now, D, I real quickly, not going to get into it too much, but with Trip, think about this: the travel portal connected to Trip around the world.
Oh, you already know. You already know. That's
Right.
powerful within itself.
Yep. So, you
Woo.
know, something like that is going to be, you know, just next level. You know, I know that some, you know, I tell people like, I don't talk about Trip a lot, because I don't want to talk about something that I don't know everything about yet. And so, you know, that's not a big discussion right now, but you know what I'm talking about. If that works out and you start connecting that to the travel portal,
Exactly.
and then with 60 countries represented, and they go international,
Yeah, it's game over.
watch
Oh,
Game
it's
out.
over.
game over.
Watch out.
I,
Watch out.
let me add something to this talk about the Web Talk travel portal, because you know, even prices guaranteed. Let's say a price is $40 more in the Priceline Web Talk partnership. We are investing the booking fee in our company called Web Talk. So what happens? You know, they're going to put, you know, the booking fee 10% gets into a pool. The other 90% Web Talk gets. You know, and you know, 90%, 10%. If you want to talk 50, whatever, they're going to get more money for what? What are they going to do with it? Well, I posted something in Web Talk from a 2 month ago deal of RJ. Very important. I don't know how many people read it. I really don't care. Everything that Web Talk makes is reinvested in our Web Talk for the app to come in April. It doesn't have to come in April if it's not ready. Tomorrow, the ad pool rewards doesn't need to come tomorrow if it's not ready. It is up to us to put in the traffic, to bring the advertisers, for Web Talk to make money. So the Web Talk travel portal, even if I pay $100 more for a plane ticket, I'm paying $100 more for a plane ticket, because at the end of the beautiful 24 hours, Web Talk makes the booking fee, gives out 10%. And what about the revenue made in each Web Talk account? You don't think we're going to be using that money for the purchase of the ticket? Saying, oh, Expedia, let me see, I got $1,000 in Web Talk point, or Web Talk cash. I'll go to Expedia today because I'm saving $50. Give me a break. It's a game changer. Game over. All right, I'm done. I'll stop again.
And D, what
Yes.
is already being planned for that is when the widgets come out and we can start creating some pages and stuff. I already have someone that is going to be kind of the leader of the Webtalk travel portal group, and basically everybody's going to start getting into that group and building an ecosystem in there. So let's say we all want to go to Thailand. So when everybody goes in, checks out the flights, checks out the hotel, sees how much it's going to cost. Okay. So
Right.
let's say D's at the top of the 5, right? And all these people are underneath. Well, this person needs $300 to make it there, but this person needs like $3,000 to get it there because it's a little bit farther of a flight. So what we do is we strategically do a lot of interaction with this person. We get their 300. Well, this person now has 300 already. So we get to there, we say, okay, now we need 2,700. So we start working on that. And by the time it gets to D, we don't even care because we've already got that already fixed. So now people are going to travel on Webtalk's dime.
Yep. Wow. Wow.
It's
I'm speechless. That's all I can say. I'm just speechless. Tim laughing in the background. I see him laughing. When I see, what Webtalk is doing, we don't need any other social media platform. We don't.
no,
We don't.
no, because none of them are going to give us a free flight. None of them are going to give us interaction. None of them are going to help us support teachers around the world. None of them are going to help us give students, value as they go through their lives and want to earn money and go places.
Exactly.
And we're going to be our own algorithm.
Yeah. You're exactly right, Martin. And I've said it.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I've said it. That this will be the biggest group and the number one group in Webtalk. Why? Because we've just been building so well. When the CEO comes and hangs out in your Zoom, you're doing something right. That's just the way I see it.
Exactly. I missed out on that, but I know he's gonna be coming back too, so I'm gonna catch it.
Oh yeah. And so that's what's so cool about this is all the things that you can think of, that anybody in here can think of that they want to do. You have us that says, hey, all we got to do is interact with you and you'll get to that point. It's simple things like we talked before, like one of the teachers said, well, I can't do a class today because, my car broke down and I got to go get it fixed. Well, what if someone says, hey, my car broke down and I don't have the money to pay for it? Well, all you got to do, post that on Webtalk, post your picture of your car and say it's kind of broke down and I need to get, $200 or $300, fix it. Well, then our whole group starts talking to you about it. We don't have to hand you money. We just have to interact.
Right.
I mean, this thing is, to me, I'm super excited. I hope the points show up tomorrow. If they don't, I'll be super excited for Tuesday. I don't really care about that. Is that a tool, Teacher Tim?
It is, yeah. He just showed up.
All right.
Saying hello to
All
like
right.
he does in Webtalk.
So that's the thing is this, and I want to talk about this because I know that you're going to be showing it to people that are business minded. Business minded people better get it together, because if you think about a business, if I have a business and all I do is send people and have to pay for them out of the the fund, whatever fund it is in my business, to send them on trips, why wouldn't I just say, okay, everybody, you're going to switch over to Webtalk. You're going to interact on Webtalk. You're going to message on Webtalk. We're not going to use Gmail anymore. We're going to use the Webtalk mail. We're going to use the magic newsfeed. We're going to interact with each other at this job every single day. And the boss is going to make all this revenue. So now he can give back to his employees just because they were on social media. So now instead of fighting people and saying, get off your phones. Bosses should be telling people, get on your phone and do everything on here. We're going to book all of our flights through Webtalk. We're going to interact through Webtalk. We're going to hire through Webtalk. We're going to find people from around the world that can help us through Webtalk. Then if we're a business that's international, we're going to tell our employees that you can learn English for free through Webtalk. Business people better figure it out real fast.
Exactly. Exactly.
Amazing, sir, amazing. This
Yes.
is my first meeting with you, teacher Andy.
Hi.
And I mostly joined teacher Tim's. He is amazing. He guide me a good way. Now I little bit know about Webtalk because I joined it 2 weeks before.
Okay.
I am the first Pakistani, I think, from teacher side. So it is amazing. I am voluntarily with you people. I'm doing my best. Okay.
And I've
today,
seen you talking, and I've seen you interacting on some Zooms already. So you know, you might not know it, but I do. A lot of times I'll get onto Zooms and I might not you know, interact, but I have seen you, and I'm glad you're here. And hopefully some of the stuff that we've talked about tonight has kind of helped you kind of understand a little bit more of what this is all about.
I am basically, I told you that I am a teacher and an elementary school principal. Beside this, I am taking classes voluntarily with youths, teachers, and students. Self-awareness, personal development, and skill up, 3 components. Still, British Council sponsored me for 2 years. So now I am doing my this deeds work voluntarily. So I am here again. I am here for voluntarily. I am doing my full, you can say, energy.
And what I think is great is you just said that I'm doing stuff voluntarily, like almost every other teacher. You're doing stuff, you know, on your own. Sometimes it feels like, and I think that that's why, you know, I want that. This is what I like about this, is that we can help support teachers like yourself around the world, and that's really the plan. So I'm glad that you've joined, and I hope that you know if you have any questions, please ask. Please feel free to message or whatever, because that's what I want to do. Is I just want to answer questions and help people out, and so they can understand this, and we can build this thing so that you know, you as well as every other teacher and student is supported and can benefit from Webtalk.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I wanted to talk really quick, because we should end it, you know, even though Supermom D, she will go all night over there in America.
You know I will.
And you know Teacher Tim will go with you too, you know?
I know.
It's about what Teacher Andy shared about this, and Martin put it perfectly. We are the algorithm. And to make it as natural as possible with what we're going to create in the near future, when it is game on and we do see engagement points and we do see little pieces of, you know, pennies being developed in accounts and things. And it's going to be very simple. The individuals that are creating the interactive classes are going to be the ones that when they ask for something, this is where Teacher Andy is going to go to work. This is where we're going to promote. The individuals that created the interactive glory to connect the world by speaking and listening. In these Zooms, we could be here 3 months, 6 months, a year, guys. Are you ready to be here for a year? Or we could be in Webtalk virtual meetings in a month from now if 1 million people purchased an upgrade. And that could happen in 2 weeks from now. It could be finished just like that, because people are seeing pennies being bloop, 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 right in their Webtalk account. Oh boy, here we go. So what I want to make very clear is what Teacher Andy is sharing about the algorithm and how we're going to promote from Supermom D at the top, and then there's 5 beautiful levels, and we're going to work with this one first, what they need, and then this one by creating. They create a Webtalk post, and if they're an interactive individual giving, then we're going to have the students and people from Webtalk engage in that Webtalk content, communicating with each other there naturally. And this will, because of the giving from that individual in all of these classes, we got to make it clear, like Teacher Andy shares, this is not just free learning. The other side is what Kate is doing. It's what the principal from Pakistan is doing. It's what Atul is doing. It's what Martin's doing. It's what Super Z is doing. It's what Teacher John is doing. It is what Teacher Andy's doing. Interacting in Webtalk is the giving back from the taking of the learning and the ability to speak languages with each other in these interactive. So when Teacher Andy says, all right, this is time, this is who we're going to go after first, we're going to show. This is his group. This is his global group. This is not Teacher Tim's global group. This is Teacher Andy's. Whatever he shares.
It's ours.
Well, exactly. Well, many people are going to understand, though, that a human being stood with Teacher Andy and it was go time to create. How many of you will do that when you have your own agendas to create? This is out of a deep respect. I understand this. Not many people do think that Teacher Tim understands that everybody has their own agenda. And I don't have one. So it's go time for Teacher Andy and his global vision of creating, and it has been created today, the greatest school ever made. It's now. It's not tomorrow. It's not 10 years ago. It's right now. So I love the activity that he shares out in the promotion. This is how we're going to do it once we see. And it will be so natural. It will be so empowering. It's going to be beautiful. And that's exactly what RJ wants. Because when he did join right after the new year in an interactive Zoom, setting up a Webtalk schedule of global teachers, Coach Nalutza first talking, he shows up unexpectedly. Out of zero expectations. I don't care if he shows up or not. Does Teacher Andy care? Oh, yes, he does. Because then he knows it's confirmation that Teacher Andy's vision aligns with RJ's correctly. And so when he shares something about this is what we're going to do, we're going to help Martin. This is what he needs to travel to Thailand. This is what we're going to do for Martin. And everybody's going to jump aboard. And at the same time, there's about 10, 15, 20 different Webtalk posts going on. People are engaged, having fun. There's custom groups. There's, professional groups with crypto now going on for Supermom D. Because again, if the basis of this talk here over the last 2 hours was to get the business individuals to understand that a majority of people do not have money for the beautiful ideas of the world that are coming in the 21st century. Now, all of a sudden, if we engage in our networking platform, what happens? They make some money, and then they can take that beautiful risk into crypto, into the future of whatever humanity imagines based on their facts and their idea. It's that simple. So, Teacher Andy, that's where I want to stop because, there are going to be people that listen to this and they're like, oh, it's a forced deal. Zero force. This is something on giving.
Atul, I saw your message. Atul has been talking to me about starting to teach people how to code, which I think is awesome. I will talk to you more, Atul, as we get going a little bit more. I'll talk to you personally before we start talking about developing that. But everyone just know that that's another class, another thing to learn. Is someone who knows how to code, and we'll figure that out and kind of figure out how. And quite honestly, once again, a selfish thing. I want to learn how we can code because Scott has shown us a little bit of coding and how to make better looking Webtalk pages. Once again, if you haven't watched Scott Gerard's videos, you probably should, because he's really smart. And you know, I'm just here connecting people so that they can get smarter. But a tool, I definitely want to talk to you more about that, and we'll get that set up so that we can, you know, I think that would be great to have a coding class, because I think that that's something that people should know how to do, and it's going to help us, you know, make our pages look better and everything. So that's you know, yeah, I know there's stuff that you can do without coding, but I just think that coding is a smart thing for people to learn. I mean, if you look anywhere, they say it, people should be learning how to code. And if you have that
Right.
knowledge, why not share it with the world?
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah.
So pages or whatever, it's a new language. To me, that's just, coding is just another language to learn. So I'll get in touch with you more about that so we can figure that out. Yeah, so guys, if you're, you know, want to quit, that's fine. D, I have 20-30 minutes. I can talk to you some more if you have any more, like, you know, business stuff that's more related to, you know, the people that you're going to be talking to.
I think you pretty much answered all my questions for
Okay.
today, you know,
Okay.
tonight, you know, and I really
Okay.
appreciate it. Teacher Tim, I really appreciate it. Martin, I appreciate your input. Terry, you did a wonderful job. And the other teacher definitely was on here to, you know, express himself a little bit. I don't think he's on here anymore, but, you know,
Yeah,
I just appreciate you all. And, you know, I had a wonderful presentation. It was probably one of the best presentations I had in a long time. So, you know, because, you know, most of the presentations is a hit and run, you know,
right.
you know, in my world, you know, so, you know, this was definitely engaging, and I got to interact with all you guys, and, you know, it's just truly a blessing, you know. So Teacher Tim, we can close it out, and, you know, I look forward to speaking to you guys on the 27th, or, you know, getting, you know, on that presentation. And I'm going to definitely subscribe to Scott's channel too. I know he
Yeah.
had to run off. So it's just been a powerful meeting tonight, you know, powerful.
Yep. Tim, you got any last words?
0.
My last words are, I'm going to go to Webtalk and check out RJ's update, so I won't be able to sleep tonight. How about that?
After this
Actually,
meeting,
we should read it right now.
Yeah,
We should
read it.
actually read. Let me read it, man,
All right.
because it's beautiful, man.
Okay.
Okay.
I need a bedtime story.
Yeah. So you can sleep, because a couple days ago with an update, Teacher Andy's still writing in a couple day, update. Oh, a couple hours ago, right before the meeting. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep, man, with this update coming in. All right, here's RJ here. He shared 1 hour ago, and it's just incredible. All right, so official ad rewards update. We are still on schedule to launch our ad rewards free money platform tomorrow, where you will get paid for engagement, popular posts, and referrals. Since there is less than a week left of February, we are going to start the ad pool off with a $500 minimum payout for the month that will be increased to a $1,000 minimum payout in March. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? What
that
does
speaks
that tell
volume.
you? They're expecting something from individuals. Wait a minute here. We're going to have to make a minimum here for a couple months. That's beautiful. And please remember, this is a beta launch. So we will be testing and improving the ad rewards software over the coming weeks as we collect real usage data. See, this is beautiful. We're the testers still. So we will also be working to optimize our ad revenue on all platforms to help increase the amount of money going into the ad pool every month. Our goal is to get the ad pool to pay out $1 million per month or more prior to the end of the year. That's just the ad pool that he's talking about, not the Webtalk travel, the official announcement, different thing, like that. Yeah. So there's more. He talks about the Alexa. When we reach 1,000, and we're right now at like 18,000 or so. When we reach 1,000 on the Alexa, that's when advertisers really come in and really in the eyes of active web talkers, Webtalk is number one.
Did you
It's already
say
number one.
you said 18,000, right?
On Alexa.com.
Yeah.
We said 18,000. Remember when we were at, what was it, like 70 or 60 or 100, something like that?
Yeah.
And now with this actually working, like that was a thought, and it got to 16,000. You know how quickly that's going to jump when people start realizing they can get paid. Guys,
That's
here's
why.
the thing.
Listen.
Here's the thing
Wow.
is we have
Yeah.
well, we have about 4 million users in Webtalk right now. Like Teacher Tim always says, there's 20% of them, are actually doing stuff. But when 4 million people realize that they're actually getting paid, that 4 million is going to start going 4, 8, 12. I mean, I feel like that's gonna just. I told you, Tim. I've been taking screenshots of 100. I'm almost about to make another screenshot, and it was only last week that I took the last screenshot. I mean, it's the numbers are growing big time right now, big time.
Yes.
And we're first to market. There's no other platform does this. None. Zero. First to market.
Well, and that's what Scott keeps saying. Like, jump on this bandwagon and put your stuff on Fiverr with Webtalk. Put your stuff on Google with Webtalk. Put your stuff everywhere Webtalk related, because he shows it. He's like, if you type in Webtalk, there's 3 videos, and guess whose videos they are? Mine. So we should be thinking about that and saying, you know what? If Scott's doing it, we should be doing it.
Did you
Exactly.
see?
Exactly.
Did you, Super D? I'm not sure, you guys. Did you see Scott Gerard's first level?
No.
Did you see how many he has? Almost 2,000.
That's
I'm
That's
telling you
huge.
guys, I'm telling you guys, he's the smart one. I'm just copying him. I just say what he already says.
Again, though, the other side of that with what Teacher Andy shares and being very humble is you got to look at that picture. 2,000 first level. How many likes or comments does Scott Gerard get when he posts something? Where are those people? And again, where are the individuals of Innovative English Global and all that are joining and having fun? We are commenting and engaging, and comments and emojis are rising. Coach Alutza yesterday made a powerful engagement post of Webtalk. What do you think about? Bloop? Next thing you know, comment, reply, emoji, and sub comments, emojis. You guys have no idea what the power of Coach Saluzza has over someone like Scott Gerard. We can say he's brilliant. Yes. He just realized something, though, not too long ago. Okay? This is the truth. These are the facts, because in his videos, he shares it that way. And again, Teacher Andy wanting Scott Gerard to come in and say a couple words. Teacher Andy, I don't think, listened to his last video. He's like, guys, I'm going to disappear for a week because I got some work to do. I got to get my people active in Webtalk. He's got to write to them. He's got to do it a certain way now. And we've already done the work. Like Teacher Andy shared 30 minutes ago, this is just snowballing into something very beautiful. Every 100, he's taking a screenshot of new referrals. And Martin's correct. He's got Terry. He's going to have others that get to know him. Teacher Jesus. Not many people know who he is yet. Even though he did a Webtalk marathon, Teacher Tim showed up for his class this morning. It was just me and him. Well, he's going to learn to be more engaged in other interactive sessions like he did today. That's where they will get to know him. And Teacher Andy will say, there's the Spanish teacher. There's the English teacher, Teacher Jesus. And everybody's going to be, a face to the voice, to the listening. And there's the engagement for Teacher Jesus. Martin's already been doing it. That's why people are enjoying Martin and communicating with him, and we're going to have many things special for him. He's just giving. His YouTube videos are powerful. Surprised many people with his beautiful, YouTube videos that he was creating. And then right now we just have, these recordings that Atul is putting up. Coach Salutza, Super Dad Andy, and YouTube. These recordings, popping them in over to Webtalk. Then people see it, they're listening. We really want to cut out the teacher Tim parts though, because it's gonna get like, oh man, there's this guy again. Let me fast forward to get out of this. I can't stay in this energy too long.
Hey man, this energy is bringing the world together, so I don't think people really care about that.
I love you, teacher Tim.
And
you're the glue. You're the glue.
And you speak from the heart too, and that's that's the power,
And don't even
That's
get
the fun of it.
Tim started on the businesses. Don't even get him started on that.
Yeah.
Because that's some next level stuff right there. I'll tell you right now, next level.
Yes, for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone. And I'm definitely going to listen to one of them sessions, teacher Tim, because I need some education.
Queen D, where are you located?
USA, East Coast, Virginia.
Virginia, okay. I'm down in Orlando, Florida. Just wanted to, so we're in the same time.
Okay, yeah, we're definitely in the same time zone. Yes. Yeah, definitely we will have to meet one day.
For sure.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think this is good. I think if you have any more questions, D, ask. I'm gonna talk to Scott and we'll see what we can do. D, I might just have you throw out the link since it goes for a long time. That's pretty cool. And he doesn't really deal with Zoom that much, so it might. I'll message him right now and see if he wants to just do it that way. But yeah, he said
sounds good. I'll have it scheduled.
Yeah, he said 5 p.m. on Thursday, the 27th.
Okay, that sounds great.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll tell him because I'm down for that time too, so it'll be okay.
Okay. So we'll talk later. Goodbye, guys. It's nice meeting you all. Good to see you, teacher Tim, again. Andy, you already know. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.